Alright, big 2025. Happy New Year's, guys. Hope it was a good one for all of y'all. I know it was a decent one for me. And we already have a chapter to talk about. Let's go. So it is chapter 175, Dispatching a Sorcerer. And for the cover art, we have the 3 different purgatory beasts that Turret had summoned last chapter. The cricket, the goop, and the monkey. Next page we see Turret there with the monsters and telling them that obviously, yo, it's time to eat. They all have different names as well. The cricket is Bahir, the ape is Kidach, and goop is Ursh. I'm not gonna remember these names. I'll be so Frank and Lampard, but I'll pretend that I'll put the effort to remembering them. And they immediately try to jump Gawain. Gawain flies up to avoid the cricket's attack. See, I already called him a cricket. I just read his name. Next, while she's up in the air, the monkey tries to swing at her with its 8 arms. And Gawain, despite the close proximity, she is able to weave and dodge these with little to no effort. And right as she lands, Goop just fires a bunch of beams at her, which she continues to dodge as well, gracefully as well, I might say. But with the constant attacks from the monsters, Gawain is barely avoiding it. She's just like not able to pull off any spells. Anne calls the move cowardly, and Baron says that it's just best to stop before she gets killed anyways. And Hauser is just like, you know what? If they did that, she'd scream bloody murder. And Baron's just like, she's facing 3 huge monsters in a tiny arena with intense power and speed. What a sorcerer needs is obviously time and distance in order to cast spells. While Hauser explains that she'd be in trouble if she was a normal sorcerer. With Terry just grinning menacingly, yapping again, like just talking shit, how floating isn't gonna help with anything, and calling out her bravado from earlier. With Gawain explaining that despite how she is actually kind of a kind person and wouldn't like to torture innocent creatures, which is why she hasn't been attacking, besides the one that hurt Anne, obviously. And Terry is just like, so you're giving yourself an excuse of all the pathetic sides. And immediately Gawain just bulks up to her sunshine form. And honestly, compared to when we first saw it, when she had that little spat with Percival, this one looks a lot better proportion wise. Just from this side panel, she's showing off the jawline, not looking at the camera. Who is she feeling like right now? And everyone's shocked at the sudden change in events as she literally dashes forward past all of the purgatory beasts before Turret could even react, and decks him in the face, sending him flying straight Dark Tournament style into the crowd before the monsters could even react. Look at her, she's just mean mugging as well, and explaining that obviously just take out the sorcerer and the spells will vanish. Pretty common sense. And that explains that you kidded yourself with your monster's strength, but that power was never really yours. And Turret is just, I don't know how Turret is still alive, to be honest. Being able to, oh my days, man. He's obviously like unconscious. His face looks ridiculous. And then Gawain spins what he just said to her on him. Of all the pathetic, shameless, and unbearable sights to see, hitting out the default one of the default sunshine poses as well. Oh my days, man. This is absolutely amazing. Like I seen someone say that, post this panel and say that they're in love, and honestly, I can't fault you. Before then hitting the other mandatory sunshine pose, pointing into the air, saying that she's announced the winner, and saying that she rocks. And yes, girl, yes, you do. That's what we're talking about. That is what we are talking about. With Gawain walking back to the gang, telling Donnie to fetch Turret for her for some reason, and Baron goes on to say she made his heart race. Rather than make my heart race, I think it's a sign that he's actually excited and looking excited to take her on, as he says right here. With him being revealed as the winner of the previous Gladiator Festival in the finals last year, he he whipped Gareth without being touched at all, yet refused to leave the cauldron to go on a training journey apparently. We go to see Hauser step into the arena to take him on. I can't like this panel is raw as hell. Hauser versus Balin, let's go. With the crowd going wild as well. And then the two of them exchange greetings quickly, take their poses, and charge at each other. And this is where the chapter ends to segue into chapter 176, which will be posted next week, I believe. Will also be a showcase of Balin's capabilities. He was the winner of the last festival, so I doubt he'll be able to beat Hauser. Not that Hauser is weak by any means, but like it's kind of obvious how it's lined up and how Balin announced that he's looking forward to facing Gawain, that he's gonna be the winner of this match. So I'm looking forward to see what Nakuba has cooking in the kitchen in terms of Balin, possibly his powers if they'll be revealed in the next chapter, and just what drives him to stay in the cauldron. But yeah, this was a good chapter. We got not one, not two, but 3 double spreads from this here chapter. This was incredible. I mean, Gawain could have obviously taken out all of the monsters, but she did say she didn't want to just torture innocent creatures for no reason. So I think that's very admirable. I believe that if it was the Gawain from 2 years ago, she would have just nuked all of them without a care in the world. The whooping she got from Pelegod and then meeting the rest of the Full Knight, it really changed her for real. It really gave her a new perspective on things, and she has become all the better for it, I believe. And I really do look forward to seeing her fight coming with Balin as well, because I believe we'll get to see a bit more depth in terms of what else she has cooking in the kitchen. Because as a sorceress, Gawain has a damn near unlimited bag of moves. So, but that'll be rendered useless against Balin anyways, because for some reason magic just doesn't touch him, as we've seen before. Yeah, this was a great chapter for Nakuba to start the year off with, I believe, as it literally just ignited hype for the Balin Gawain fight. With Gawain muscling up just for that one punch. Oh man, this was great. Her sunshine form looks a lot more well proportioned compared to when we first saw it against the Percival, but that maybe it's not the full extent of her magical charge that she's using for this one. I don't see her using her max power, just like a warm-up, like a warm-up set before you actually try to hit the PB on like deadlift or bench or whatever. But yeah, I doubt that Balin's gonna be a boring character. I hope he's not a boring character, at least, because he just looks so cool. But yeah, I don't really have much else insight-wise to say, apart from, again, Happy New Year. Hope it went well for y'all. A great chapter to start the year off with. And yeah, take care. Till next time.